Hi everybody, Cody Wilbert, Annuity Marketing Minutes. So let's start talking about the S&P 500, something I always like to highlight because most of the time in these annuities, you are going to be able to index in the S&P 500. So yes, we are still seeing fluctuation happen in the market from a week-to-week basis, but positive news is we're up over 7% for the year in the S&P market. So if you're getting some renewals, clients are still seeing some really good things from a cap and rate standpoint. We're still seeing products with really good rates as well too. Let's talk about a little bit more on comp side. So we got new updates recently that Lincoln has updated its 5-year OptiBlend comp. The street level on the 5-year FIA with them now is at 4%. So very competitive rate. You've heard me talk about that product before. They have a lot of awesome performance trigger index strategies that can get your clients a lot of return for very little market returns at the end of the day. So one good thing with that is comp is up 4% street level on the 5-year. We attach the rates to the email as well too, so you can see that. Equitrust, big news again. I feel like I'm saying that on a week-to-week basis at this point, but what I'm giving you updates on is the Market Edge product. It's a product that has been out for a little while with Equitrust. You get an 11% bonus the first year on that product. What's different and unique about it is you get a 4% bonus at the end of year 1 on whatever the accumulation value is. You get a 4% bonus year 2 on whatever the accumulation value is, and year 3 as well with a 4% bonus. So really nice way to jumpstart somebody's retirement account. You will take a little bit of a hit in rates because of how much bonus is being promised, but it's on a 10-year chassis, so you're not tying money up for super long with a bonus that's over 23% to your client. So that is coming to Pennsylvania, really exciting. It's been a while for the product to be out. We just haven't had it in Pennsylvania yet at this point. So more information to come on that. Information attached as well to the email. Roth IRAs. So I always like to bring this up because it's a good time to have this conversation with folks, and maybe their stock account is performing well or wherever they have their investment is performing well, but it's kind of one of those times where it's nice to bring up, hey, has anyone ever talked about a Roth IRA to you before? And what kind of tax advantages you get from a Roth IRA? If they haven't, we have a lot of good carriers who will say you have an IRA policy open with them now. They will let you open a mirrored policy and whatever year of surrender they are and have a conversion internally from your IRA to your Roth IRA. I'm going to put some nice pieces from Equitrust, North American, and also Lincoln in there so that you guys can kind of see we have carriers that do this. They make it easy. Maybe one of those flyers stands out to you a little bit more or would be really helpful for you to use with your client. So something to keep in mind is Roth IRA conversions, especially, pre-tax time, that comes up a lot. But right now is not a bad time halfway through the year to start talking to somebody too about maybe doing some of those conversions. And then the last thing I want to say is just stay active. Summertime is tough. There are a lot of people traveling. You can't always have the conversations you want to have, but also note that right now could be the time that somebody is thinking about retiring for next year or retiring at the end of 2025. So they're doing that planning now. It's your job to step in, show them what you offer. Everybody that's at a certain age when they get to that retirement segment is looking at health insurance, they're looking at life insurance because they may lose it through their employer, and they're looking at something to do with their 401k. So those three pieces are always going to happen. They're going to need Medicare, they're going to need health insurance coverage, they're going to need something when they retire. Same thing with life insurance. You're going to get an opportunity to cross-sell there because they may lose the policy that they have at their current employer. And if they do, well, now are you covering yourself? Do you have coverage for your kids? Do you have final expense coverage? And then in final, a 401k. They're going to stop getting paychecks. And what is their goal with that money in their 401k? Do they need immediate income for it? Are they looking for market protection so they don't lose any of the money that they've accumulated at that point? There's ways to have conversations. So stay active, keep grinding on asking those questions, ask open-ended questions, ask if you can help, ask if there's a way that you can show them some options that might help them in retirement and might help their portfolio. So thank you again for your time. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time for Annuity Marketing Minutes. Take care.